One served for 9 years. One served for 14 years. Under whose administration more Jamaicans got murdered? Who is the murder Prime Minister?
We'll also remember you, Mr. Percival, as the murder Prime Minister. Because it was on your watch that we hit murders 1,000 for the year for the first time and sustained it. 1992, 629 murders. 93, 654 murders. 94, 690. 95, 780. 96, 925. 97 for the first time ever. 1,000, 1,038 for good measure. 98, 953. 99, 849. 2,887. 2001, 1,139. 2002, 1,045. 2003, 976. 2004, 1,471. And as a last lick, Mr. Percival, in 2005, your last full year, 1,674. So in the time you were at the wicket, Mr. Percival, 13,710 Jamaicans murdered in their own country. Private security exploded because everybody are grilled up. I try keep possession and limbs and lives safe. On your watch, the record will show more Jamaicans lost their lives to the gun and to murder on your watch than everybody else. That's how we will remember you.
So, I just listen to George Davis from Nationwide, dissing up the legend, Most Honorable P.J. Patterson. But what I want to address is George Davis referring to P.J. Patterson as the murder Prime Minister. And he gave some figures and said because of those figures, more people died under P.J. Patterson than anybody else. Now, I'm not attack George, but I want to call him because I'm going to attack him argument. So, I double check the figures because I don't believe them neither. But the figures look alright. And what he said is that 13,710 people were murdered while P.J. Patterson was Prime Minister. Now, one of the things where I never tell you, so you have people who can lie by omission. But one of the things that George Davis never tell you is that it's 14 years P.J. Patterson was Prime Minister for. So 14 years, 13,710 people died. And he referred to him as the murder Prime Minister. Now listen this. 2016, Andrew Holness became Prime Minister in February. 1,354 people died in 2016. 1,647 in 2017, 1,287 in 2018, 1,339 in 2019, 1,323 in 2020, 1,474 2021, 1,498 2022, 1,393 2023, 1,141 2024. That gives you a total of 12,456 in 9 years. Now, how you do the comparison? So to compare Andrew Holness 9 years with P.J. Patterson 14 years, you have to do an average. So you divide the 13,710 under PJ by 14, and the average comes out at 979 people murdered each year under P.J. Patterson. You do the same thing for Andrew Holness. 12,456 divided by 9, and the average comes out at 1,384 people murdered each year under Andrew Holness after he promised us to sleep with our doors and our windows open. So George Davis, based on this, May I ask you now, who is the murder prime minister? Or who would you refer to as the murder prime minister? The average would tell you that if Andrew Holness finished this year, he's going to go to 13,800 and change based on his average. And that is 10 years compared to 14. So, brethren, I know you're a big journalist, former president of the Press Association. But is it that you have an ulterior motive for disrespecting PJ Patterson? My question to you is, when you look at the figures that I have now presented, and those figures from PJ Patterson, do you stand by what you said? Because I am going to suggest that if any prime minister could be referred to as the murder prime minister, then it would have to be this present prime minister, Andrew Michael Holness.